The new Evo is crafted from an aluminum space frame. This means that it feels both lightweight yet sturdy when you're holding it in your hand. The aluminum is first anodized to a beautiful black metal finish. Then we machine off the surface of the edge to expose the natural metal underneath, forming a bright ring around the perimeter of the phone. The result both highlights the thinness and gives a detail that you've never seen on a phone before. Now, this is just one detail that we're really proud of, and I think a lot of people would be surprised at just how much passion and effort went into the creation of this new Evo. So we have a behind-the-scenes video that shows the team talking about the design process. So why don't we roll that now?
You know, we're always looking years in advance on like what technologies do we want to bring to market, what is the feel, what is the focus, what is the color, the material, the feel that we want to bring, and how is that package going to look?
When people, like other people far away, they can recognize that is an HTC product. So in this one, we create this red band. So we can say this is a design feature, but this has function.
I mean, to create this device, we had to take experts from all over the place, from materials, from design, from mechanical engineering, antenna technology, battery technology.
It's like very different from other competitor.
All these things squeeze into a device that has to be thinner, it has to be more beautiful, it has to be sexier than any Evo before it.
One of the interesting effects we wanted to achieve was a soft touch finish. We feel that the way a product feels is just as important as the way it looks. Effectively, there's two steps to creating this soft touch effect. The first one is what we call blasting, where they actually blast the aluminum with different types of media, and that creates a texture on the pipe. And the second process was a chemical etching process. If you imagine these sharp peaks on the surface, the chemical etching process was just taking off the top peaks. So we created something that we think is new to the industry without having to include painting or coating.
On this one, we try a lot of different details. Seems like two parts, but no, this is one part. You cannot find the parting line. Wow, that's magical.
There's so much that goes into these devices. It takes a ton of people and a lot of work to get every little detail just right.
All in all, we're using about up to 100 different machine cutters to create all the features and the geometry that we need. Extra attention to detail at each of the component levels results in a much better designed product at the end of the day that people notice.
Everybody on the team, including myself, is really excited for how it turned out, and everybody's lining up for their own, you know. It's the one I want in my pocket.
Now, another distinctive feature of the phone are the red accents that make it unmistakably Evo. With this new Evo, in many ways we feel like we've created a high-end camera as well. So some of our inspiration came from the world of professional high-end photography and SLRs. For example, the red ring that you see around the lens detail was inspired by what you see on high-end camera lenses, and it really highlights the amazing camera experience. The red band across the back creates a clear definition between the tactile metal surface that you hold and the glossy polished camera area. This all makes it impossible to mistake this phone for anything other than an Evo. Now, we gave the new Evo another nod to high-end cameras with a physical camera button. The crisp machined aluminum button makes it really feel like you are holding a precision instrument. For us, it's about making your Evo phone the only camera that you will ever need. Now, with all the cutting-edge technology, there's no question that the new Evo is a multimedia powerhouse. So, I'm a hardware guy. I realize that hardware is important, but it's everything you do with that hardware that's most important. People will constantly be using their Evos to browse the web, shoot photos and videos, and watch movies. So ultimately, the hardware is really a passage to all of your content. As soon as that screen comes on, it's all about your music, your photos, and your friends and family. The new Evo emphasizes these experiences with a crisp rectangular silhouette that is truly cinematic. It evokes a plasma TV or a movie screen. We intentionally designed the front of the phone to be as clean as possible with no distractions. It keeps your attention firmly on the screen and brings to life the experiences you want to have. Now, there's one more detail that you may have noticed from the previous video, and I think a lot of people are going to be really excited about this. We've brought back one of the favorite features from the original Evo, the kickstand. The kickstand is cleanly integrated into the red band across the back. It lets you go hands-free when you're watching a movie, when you're showing some photos to your family, or sharing the latest YouTube video with a friend. Personally, I really like to use my phone as an alarm clock, and the kickstand on the new Evo is absolutely perfect for that. So there you have an overview of the design of the new Evo. Authentic materials and a meticulous attention to detail is what I truly believe is the next great Evo. So we've talked about hardware, and what hardware is really about is supporting great experiences. So the next question, what's it like to use the new Evo? To answer that, I'd like to welcome Sprint Product Chief Fareed Adib.